you look good.
Oh,
I
thank
don't
you.
know if I can pull it off.
You're trying to butter me up way
be
too
nice.
much.
Don't give me too many awkward questions.
I just realised they got Heineken in the paddock here. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, like so.
Is that one of your favorite beers?
I kind of like Coors and Bud. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, pretty sad.
Yeah. Oh, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
All right, so we are here with Oli Oakes with the BWT Alpine F1 Team. Just to get to know a little bit more about you, your journey, your experience. I'm super excited to hear what it's all about. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm just thinking what questions you're going to throw at me about my journey, so let's go.
It's going to be really, really tough. What has been one thing coming into F1 and working with the BWT Alpine Team, how has that kind of changed your perception of F1, what that experience has been like for you, pre-F1 to now?
Okay, good bits or bad bits?
Whatever you want to share, but I love positivity, man.
Positivity, okay. There's been loads of things that are pretty amazing about it. Look, it's a privilege to be leading a team, although there's 900 odd people. That's pretty different to get your head around, but it's super cool. Like, you're traveling to all these cool destinations, you're racing cars, every week you're pushing, you're learning. That's the exciting bit of it. I think the main bit I'm enjoying most is obviously I'm learning new stuff. Obviously, having been racing for a long time as a driver, then my junior teams, some of it is the same and some of it's different. That's pretty exciting as well, because there are things you go, oh cool, I didn't know that, or that stuff is the same, and that's a good challenge as well.
And what are some things that you've learned for yourself on how to deal with those challenges? Maybe some lessons learned that you've in this short amount of time.
Probably being a bit more patient.
Yeah?
Less fiery. No, I mean, I think the main thing is F1's kind of a little bit different in that stuff does take a little bit longer to happen, because you are developing a car. Each track has a different set of problems, so it's not like 1 week to the next you can kind of make as much progress as you want to make. It's also really competitive, which kind of sucks. Everyone's kind of doing a good job. It's a real tight sort of battle in the midfield, which is a bit annoying because you kind of would like to change things quicker. But yeah, they're the main things.
Yeah. You mentioned a lot of different locations. Obviously, you're traveling all across the globe.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite place so far?
Austin was pretty cool. I didn't expect that. Like, I shouldn't say that from the UK. It's not like kind of a US city everyone talks about, but that was really exciting, because I got to catch up with a couple of young drivers who used to drive for me in my high tech, who were racing like in the States at IndyCar and stuff. So it was fun to hang out with them, and that was a cool event. Just the fans there, how much they loved F1. And the city, that was fun.
Were you able to get out and explore the city a little bit?
Yeah, I went out into the city. And also, obviously, we just had Brazil. We had a good weekend there, so that was fun. I didn't get to stay for a bit of partying Sunday night, unfortunately, but that was a cool event as well. So I guess all of them have their own quirks that make them great events, but Austin so far kind of stands out.
Yeah.
Before Vegas, obviously today.
Yeah. So is there anything with Vegas that you're super excited about? Obviously the race is so different here, but also the city is so vibrant and so much energy.
It's amazing to see it firsthand. Like, obviously, I hadn't come to the event before, and then being here, seeing it is bang in the middle of the strip, that's pretty cool. I think this whole sphere thing is pretty cool as well.
The sphere is crazy.
When I was in, I think it was one of the events just done. I think it was Austin. They did some filming, and they're like, "Your face is going to be on the sphere," and I was like, "What? I don't want that." And my wife was taking the mick out of me. She knows I hate all that kind of stuff. So on one part, I kind of want to see that, and on the other, I really don't. So that will be fun later.
Yeah. The larger than life face.
Yeah, the big face. Yeah, dreading it. I hope they get my good side.
Yeah. Have you gotten used to all the attention now of coming in F1? No,
I'm not a fan. No, I shouldn't say that. I can't say I'm not a fan of it, because it comes with the job, but it wouldn't be my first choice to want to do. I'd much rather just hang out with the guys, go racing, but I guess you kind of need to man up and accept that's part of the job, yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, at the end of the race, and you're kind of like getting back to your hotel or whatever, how do you unwind from the stress and the excitement?
So kind of, I shouldn't say this, it's pretty uncool, isn't it? Like, I'm kind of like grab a pizza, then go chill out, some Netflix or something. As much as probably if you have a big result, you'd go out, most of the time you're actually so knackered after the weekend, you just want to genuinely grab a beer, a bite and chill. Yeah, to be honest. That's really uncool, isn't it, actually?
It's not uncool at all. I mean, it's whatever helps you reset, right?
Yeah. I mean, I felt bad in Austin. We had a really good Saturday. We made it to Q3, and then Sunday I was a bit annoyed because we didn't get points. So kind of went back to the hotel, was thinking I'd go out to a cool restaurant, and then I just went to a pizza joint. So yeah, kind of different, yeah.
Do you remember the name of that pizza joint?
No, I don't. I should actually. It was good pizza, to be fair.
So you did in Austin? Did you have barbecue at all?
I did have barbecue.
Yeah?
Yeah. I did in the build up to again. That was mega. Yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah. Have you had barbecue like that?
I have in the US before, which is something you look forward to. I guess I don't know if it's the case there, but like everyone talks about like an English breakfast, and from the US everyone talks about Texas barbecue. So hopefully that's correct.
Yeah, I mean, there are different types of barbecue, like different regions, but Texas is well known. Yeah.
I'll have to get a list together.
Yeah. And then you talked about beer, and you know, what's your favorite beer?
I guess we have a lot of ales in the UK, so that's kind of your thing. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw that we had also Jeremy Clarkson come to the factory on Wednesday. He's got his own brewery, Hawkstones. That was cool after Brazil delivering beers to the workforce. So stuff like that I really like. We're quite lucky where we are in the UK, where the team's based, which is actually where I live. We have a lot of local breweries, so that's kind of fun as well. Yeah.
So when you're having the beers coming in for the team, and you know, obviously, like you said,
I didn't get to enjoy it actually.
You didn't get to...
I had to go to Geneva for F1 commission, so I was a bit jealous.
No. Oh, so you get everybody beers, but you're like, see you later.
Well, they left me a couple in my office, which was cool. But yeah, I didn't get to be part of the real fun club. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was going to say team morale, right? Like,
yeah, they were happy, so that's okay.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Do you have like those plans as you continue as team principal and building the team? 900 people is a lot. Yeah. Like, how do you keep that morale high, and how do you connect?
There's always someone unhappy. Yeah. No, I think kind of the normal way, really. I think it's getting to know them, genuinely being around the factory. At the end of the day, everyone who's there at Enstone, they really, you know, they love racing. That's why they work in F1 at the end of the day. They want to be part of it. So that bit's kind of straightforward. I think the bit where it probably is tougher is, you know, they all want to know what's happening and why, where the team's going, and, you know, hopefully the last sort of 2 months since I started, you know, we have been in a bit of a positive way, and we need to continue that. Yeah.
Is your favorite team moment right now Brazil? Is that your favorite one in your mind?
No, my favorite one so far is probably my first one in Zandvoort in Holland, because I think, kind of cliche, no one forgets their first, but I think in Zandvoort, you know, it was my first weekend leading the team. We had a good race, scoring points, but I guess you kind of just remember the being on the grid, the sort of Dutch fans, the first time of experiencing kind of leading an F1 team there, and the atmosphere and the environment, that kind of sticks in my head so far. I think Brazil, after the race, seeing how much that meant to everyone in the team, that's another image you'll never forget. And them all sort of bullying me with champagne and jumping on me. You're not going to forget that. I need to give them some stick back. But yeah, they're kind of moments that stick.
How has your life changed since coming into F1 from a personal experience? You, your family, and what are you looking forward to from that perspective?
Yeah, I think it is a change. I think at the end of the day, kind of what I was doing before in my high tech, you know, I was away quite a lot anyway, so my wife, she's already pretty understanding. I think the main change is obviously it's sort of very different, some of the aspects of the job. You know, I dare say you're not as much with the engineers and in the garage as you were with my sort of junior teams, there's a lot more top level stuff which isn't quite as sexy or fun. But actually, it's all exciting. I think anybody who's following F1 today, they see how competitive it is, how much is going into it, and that's really cool to be a part of and leading at the end of the day. It's I keep saying it, but it is a big responsibility to be leading a team like this, and every day I realize that the decisions you're making, they affect a lot of people, but also you're on show to the world. There's good bits of doing a good job, but also you can go 0 to 0 quite quickly as well.
Yeah. And maybe Amsterdam is kind of like the beginning, a culmination of emotions and feelings around that.
And I guess probably a realization really of what it is you're doing at the end of the day. I think obviously I knew that before I took the job, but you probably it hits you when you're there, sort of on the grid with everyone, and you're like, okay, I'm doing this now. I need to get on with it.
Yeah. So, out of all these experiences and the future, what kind of skills and mental strength and the travel practices of like dealing with jet lag, like what are the things that you're bringing with you or you're hoping to learn, and do you have a mentor within the team that is giving you advice of how to prepare?
I guess you pick up advice as you go along. I've got Flavio, who's pretty cool. He's been around the block. He's done it twice. He keeps telling me that. 2 guys of the team, he's had success, and it's cool with him because it's really great bouncing ideas with him. But I think a lot of it is you have to learn on the job. At the end of the day, there are things that you can tackle because you've been through them before in a different way, and there are things that you kind of can only learn by making a mistake today and getting it right the next time. And I think that's also something I've got to get used to, is that you're never going to get it right all the time as much as you want to. And part of that is a process and building trust as well with everyone in the team. I keep saying it, but we just kind of need to be humble and honest in where we were. We started the season in a kind of tricky position. I think the last 2 years are a bit tough on the team, but actually it's really cool to see now a bit of positivity, some momentum, and I'm enjoying that because it's kind of like you planted the seeds, it's starting to grow, and that's really cool to be able to sort of push that in the right direction and see where it takes you.
Yeah, and speaking of fun, like how do you guys do fun as a team? Is there a lot of like
a lot of banter?
Jokes?
I think as I don't know, English teams and in racing as a guy, and there's a lot of banter. I think that's why you love racing. It is, everyone can sort of have an argument over being annoyed at someone because they want them to push a bit more, but then you can also take the piss out of each other, and that's what's fun. For me, that's why I love my job. Whether in the role I was in now or genuinely with my teams, it's that bit of you're pushing for lap time, but at the same time, it is a team. There is good banter, and that's part of it.
It's like a family.
Yeah, pretty much. A family, and like having brothers where you argue, but you also have a lot of fun together.
Do you have a moment or a memory so far that really sticks out to you of kind of that fun?
So far, I think it's all the time. It can be flights together. It can be in the garage with the car leaving the box where mechanics forgot something and you're giving him a bit of shit because you're like, I saved her ass, but I'm the boss. But there's lots of that stuff. And it is daily. Whether
if you in 20 years look back, and all the racing experience and the team experience is one thing, but if you think about like the emotion and the skills you've learned as a human, what do you think you might be able to tell yourself?
Well, hopefully I've still got some hair. That'd be the first thing.
A beard, maybe?
Yeah, a beard, maybe. Yeah, I can grow that, no problem. It's on top. I don't know. Part of me hopes I'm still here enjoying it, because I think when you see a Flavio or a Helmut Marko are big friends, of mine, and they've been good mentors to me, you kind of hope you still have their passion and desire for being here, going racing, because I think they're both quite a lot older, so you kind of hope you still love it when you come to the track. I think that's a big thing. I think if I was to tell the younger me something, I'd probably say, you know, be a bit more patient, because you can push too hard sometimes. But yeah, not too much. I'm a big believer in stuff happens for a reason, and you need to enjoy the journey as well. And actually, when you're in a team and you're pushing, whether it's with the engineers to not rest on their laurels and try stuff, or sometimes it's actually stick to your guns, you know, all of that's part of the fun. You know, you don't get it right all the time.
Enjoy the journey.
Yeah, exactly.
Ollie, thank you
Cool.
so much.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Appreciate
Thanks
your
a lot.
time.
Yeah, see you
I
later.
appreciate it.